Welcome to Cracker County, where the roads are paved with gold and ignorance. There's a small corner store, Bobby's Gas and Goods, that sits at the border of Cracker County and the county to its west. On weekday mornings, it's a bustling hub for people stopping in to fill up their gas tanks on the way to work, grab a coffee or breakfast, or just wait around for their carpool to work. On this particular day, an old balding businessman in a gray suit strutted into Bobby's Gas and Goods. He was there to grab a cup of coffee and a newspaper before he was to head to work. As the businessman crossed the gas station to the fresh pots of coffee, he spotted another balding old man in a plaid shirt and overalls, who was also getting coffee.
Why, if it ain't Robbie Billings?
The man in the gray suit exclaimed.
How you doing? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Well, if it ain't old Mack Willis.
The man in the plaid shirt and overalls began.
I've been good. How's the family?
Mack said.
Mine's doing pretty good. Pretty good. Your wife's still working up at the Willis Elementary School?
Robbie shook his head, his face warping into one of profound apprehension. His weathered brow furrowed and he muttered.
Nah. Martha could take it no more.
What happened? She would teach in the 5th grade, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she was teaching them dadgum 5th graders. You know.
Robbie began speaking in a matter-of-fact tone.
Back when you and me was in school, if a kid was 16 and still in a 5th grade and wanted to drop out, ain't nobody gonna say nothing to him about it. I figured that in most places, it was still close to the same. If you ain't good at school, well, you ain't good at it. Not everyone got book smarts. Not everyone got book smarts, you know.
Mack nodded in firm agreement as Robbie continued his rant.
Well, Cracker County likes to blame them teachers when students ain't doing well in school.
Mack, who also developed a furrowed brow of distress, exclaimed.
Blaming them teachers? Land sakes! What?
Robbie continued.
I tell you right now, the county don't want to blame the families. At least they don't want to blame the rich uns. You know, on account of the fact that it's Cracker County and the rich folk can't do no wrong. They put all the pressure on them, their teachers, even when it don't necessarily got much of anything to do with the dadgum teachers. Shoot, it could very well be the parents just don't give a fat man shark, pardon my language, and neither do their children. If even one kid don't pass, it's instantly all on account of the teacher did some wrong.
Mack shook his head, remarked about what a shame it was, and said,
God bless it. I'ma tell you this right now. I done heard from my wife's sister's ex-husband's kids, who got their own kids in Cracker County schools. Well, they's telling me that school sure ain't what it used to be. Schools will struggle with piles and piles of homework and other busy work that the county requires the teachers to send home for no good reason. They can't let them kids be kids. And they pretty much have them the middle school kids divided into groups according to how intelligent they are.
Robbie's eyes grew wide with shock and he said,
You've gotta be kidding me. That's legal to do that now? To separate the smart kids into their own groups so they's learning different things?
Apparently.
Lord have mercy. Schools these days just ain't what they used to be.
Mack silently nodded and processed the conversation they'd had for just a moment before he said,
Well, I gotta head off to the old job. Maybe I see you in church, or we can meet up for breakfast sometime soon. Just look me up in the good old phone book if you ever need to reach me.
Sure enough, buddy. I'll see you around.
Thank you for joining me for episode 2 of Cracker County Chronicles. If you made it this far, please make sure to hit the like button and drop a heart emoji in the comments.